If you've ever bought tofu with good intentions, put in your fridge and then stared at it 3 days later wondering what on earth to do with it, this video is for you. Today we're diving into 8 incredibly easy tofu recipes for weight loss and high-protein dinners. Meals that are satisfying, flavorful, practical, and realistic for everyday life. Now let me say this clearly. Tofu is not boring, tofu is not bland, and tofu is definitely not just for vegetarians. When you prepare it properly, it becomes one of the most powerful high-protein dinner ingredients you can have in your kitchen. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to cook tofu properly, you'll actually feel confident doing it. Make sure you stay until the end, because I'll also share simple preparation secrets that completely change the texture and flavor. And if you want the full detailed recipes, including ingredients, step-by-step prep, cooking time, and health benefits, sign up for the direct link to the full blog post. All right, let's start with the recipe that converts almost everyone.
Recipe 1. Crispy baked garlic herb tofu. This is the recipe I give to people who say they don't like tofu. Because what they actually mean is, they've never had it cooked properly. The magic here is simple: press the tofu. Season it generously. Bake it at high heat. When you cube extra firm tofu, toss it in olive oil, garlic, thyme, oregano, paprika, and roast it until the edges turn golden and crisp. Something happens. The outside becomes slightly firm and savory. The inside stays tender. And suddenly it doesn't feel like a diet food. It feels like dinner. This works beautifully with roasted vegetables, quinoa, brown rice, or even tossed into salads for added protein. If you're just starting your weight loss journey and need something reliable, start here. Again, full ingredient list and exact measurements are in the description link. Recipe 2. Jamaican jerk tofu bowl. Now let's bring in bold flavor. If you love spice, depth, and that warm Caribbean-style seasoning, this one is going to speak to you. Jerk seasoning transforms tofu completely. When you coat tofu cubes in jerk spice and roast them until slightly caramelized, you get heat. You get smokiness. You get that deep, satisfying flavor that makes you forget you're eating plant-based. Layer it over brown rice, black beans, steamed broccoli, maybe some red bell peppers. And now you've built a protein-rich bowl that keeps you full for hours. And here's something important. Flavor matters when you're trying to eat consistently healthy. Because if your food is bland, you won't stick to it. The detailed preparation is linked below, don't skip that. Recipe 3. Tofu tikka masala. Comfort food. That's what this is. But we're doing it lighter. Instead of heavy cream-based sauces, we build flavor with spices, garam masala, turmeric, cumin, ginger, garlic, and we gently simmer tofu in a rich tomato base. When tofu absorbs warm spices, it becomes deeply satisfying. This version pairs beautifully with cauliflower rice or a modest portion of basmati rice. And here's what I love most about this recipe. It proves that healthy eating doesn't mean giving up comfort. You just adjust technique. The full recipe, exact spice ratios and cooking tips, are waiting in the blog post link. Recipe 4. Chipotle lime tofu tacos. Let's make dinner fun. Because weight loss meals should never feel like punishment. When you crumble tofu and sauté it with cumin, smoked paprika, chili powder, and a touch of chipotle, you get a smoky, slightly spicy filling that works perfectly inside warm tortillas. Add shredded cabbage for crunch, fresh lime juice, sliced avocado. Now you've built tacos that are high in protein and full of flavor. And here's the beauty. This works for meal prep too. You can batch cook the tofu filling and use it throughout the week. Details are below, don't forget to check. Recipe 5. High protein tofu stir fry. This is your weeknight lifesaver. Fast, colorful, balanced. Sauté tofu until golden. Remove it. Stir fry broccoli, snap peas, bell peppers. Add ginger and garlic. Return the tofu. Finish with low-sodium soy sauce and a touch of sesame oil. It's simple, but powerful. When done correctly, tofu stir-fry is lighter than takeout, easier on your budget, and keeps you energized instead of sluggish. Full step-by-step method is in the description link. Recipe 6. Air fryer crispy tofu nuggets. Let's talk about cravings. Sometimes you want crunch. And this is how you satisfy it without deep frying. Coat tofu cubes lightly in seasoned breadcrumbs. Air fry until golden. The outside becomes crispy. The inside stays soft. Dip them in a yogurt-based sauce or pair with a large salad. This recipe is perfect for families or anyone transitioning into eating more plant-based meals. And yes, exact air fryer timing and temperature are in the full blog post. Recipe 7. Lemon garlic roasted tofu. Now we simplify again. Sheet pan style. Lemon, garlic, rosemary. Roast tofu alongside Brussels sprouts, carrots, zucchini, everything caramelizes together. The citrus brightens the flavor. The herbs add depth. It feels elegant, but it's effortless. This is the kind of dinner you can make on a Sunday evening and portion out for the week. Full details below. Recipe 8. Tofu scramble dinner bowl. And finally, tofu scramble isn't just for breakfast. When you crumble tofu with turmeric, paprika, mushrooms, and spinach, you create a savory, protein-rich bowl that works beautifully for dinner. Add avocado. Add fresh tomatoes. It's hearty without being heavy. And it reheats well, which makes it excellent for meal prep. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this. Tofu is not complicated. It just needs intention. Press it. Season it well. Cook it properly. And it becomes one of the most versatile high-protein ingredients you can use for weight-conscious dinners.
Now remember, this video covered 8 recipes, but the full blog post includes all 13 recipes, complete ingredient lists, preparation methods, cooking times, and health benefits. To get this magnificent food recipe, click the link in the description or the pinned comment to read everything in detail. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which recipe are you trying first? If this video helped you see tofu differently, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Your healthy kitchen starts now.